How you doing today? I just wanted to comment that after yesterday's program of 20 minutes just sitting like this, doing the chakra alignment, I couldn't walk. I don't really recommend sitting like this for 20 minutes. I mean, you can do it and it's not going to hurt you, but when I do still stuff like that, I'm sitting in a chair or on a couch. When I do my chakra alignments, I lie down and I do something that I've developed and I've done for about the last 7 or 8 years that is very easy and a combination of some things that chiropractor taught me and a little bit of yogic stretching. And I'm trying to keep this to 20 minutes today, so I have another shot to take you through that. We'll see you back here in a little bit. Hey, how are you? So we're gonna do just physical stuff today. I usually combine this with my chakra alignment, and maybe that's why it takes me 40 minutes, but this is a mix of chiropractic and yogic stuff that I've been doing for a long time. We're all suffering from too much hunching around our technologies and driving, and so many human activities are bending us the wrong way when what we need to counteract that is some opening in especially our chest area. But this is just really great general chiropractic. The rule is if you hang out in this position for 15 minutes and skip all the stretches that I'm going to add to it, you'll have done something for yourself. I used to, the mindlessness of it is brilliant, and all you have to do is take this position, make a little towel that's a good size for your neck, and put it to encourage the correct. That's actually a little small what I just did, but that's okay. I don't usually use one. I just wanted to demonstrate. You can make sure it's the right size for you, not too big, not too small. But if all you did, my feet are on the floor, my knees are to the ceiling, I'm lying here, and you're gonna want to put the TV that way. Literally if you're in your bed, lay upside down in your bed in this position for 15 minutes a day and see how it helps your ability to stand up straight and have less neck and shoulder and back stiffness overall. So if you just want to take that much and turn it off and watch some TV, I'm good with that. I did a lot of that. I guess I've been doing this thing for about 6 years, and the important thing is that you hold position for 15 minutes. Now I'm going to add quite a bit of stretching to it that is going to augment the overall stretch. What you have to know about the history of chiropractic is that traction is kind of an ancient thing. Humans discovered if they would pull things in opposite directions, it would stretch it out and bounce back and heal itself. And what they figured out in the last 25 years of chiropractic are these machines where they time it. They don't just pull you out and hold it like they did in the old days and hope it all goes back together. That was really too much. The human body wants a more gentler approach, and also regular periods of like short 30 seconds to a minute of pull and then rest. So if you got a bad spot on your spine, that's an area while we're doing this that you're going to want to put your mind on pulling that part apart and opening it up and then relaxing it. I'll be doing it in my neck, and I got a thing over here. Everyone's got different problems. This is just great back work. So now we want to make sure we're paying attention to what I just did with my head, which is to look above my head and roll that skull around on the ground. Adjust your towel if you need to, and come back, and then I'm bouncing from right here. Figure out, right now I'm doing it with my hands, but the point is you want to loosen up, and you're trying to see how the littlest bit of motion right there in your pelvis can cause your head and your jaw and your shoulder blades and everything to just kind of a ricochet bounce. Your curve has an S-spine to it. And your spine, your spine has an S curve to it. There it is. And you're just letting it find its way on the S curve. Don't think about it too hard. So right now we're just bouncing. And we'll take a couple breaths. I haven't really started a lot of work with breathing, but there's a ton ahead. And one quick thing you can do anywhere to calm down a panic attack or just sort of center yourself is to go in through one nostril and out the other 3 times, and then reverse it. So while we're just getting set here, let's do that real quick just to kind of start off. In on the one side, out on the other. And out. One more time. In with the good air and out with the bad air. And reverse. In on this side. Out on the other. Bounce a little and in on the other side. Out on the other. Last time. In on this side. Out on the other. Nice. Okay. So then, after we do a little set of something, we center. And there's 2 moves to centering. One is to arch your back so that you put your weight on the top of your head. It's really back here. But as best you can do, and if you can't get it all the way back there, you start here and you pull yourself up and you pull your shoulder blades together and you open your chest. And that's my start. And then I just take a minute to think about the parts of my body that are touching the floor. And I rock a little bit from side to side. My left hip to the left side of my head and the right to the right side of my head and back and forth. And then I adjust my towel so that it hits my neck and I come down. I'm in a slightly different position. My shoulder blades are closer together. I just stop and now bounce and see what that feels like. Don't overdo it. Make it nice and easy. Perfect. That's one half of centering. And then the other half of centering is just the reverse stretch of everything we're doing is very arching your upper back. And so now we're going to round it and stretch it the opposite way. Nothing too fancy as far as touching your knees to your head, but just give it the opposite stretch and come down. Nice. I already feel better. We could stop there, but we have to stay down here for 15 minutes. And we're not watching TV, which you can do by putting the TV up there. We're going to take our ankle, I don't care which one, and cross it with your knee. That's still where it is. And now you're going to take your arms and lift your knees up and just hang on any way you can. If it's got to be down here, it's got to be down here. That's fine. It's not a race. Just try to connect your hands to the knee that's in this position. This foot is crossing it. And the big stretch is down here. Oh my goodness, I'm a little overdue for this. Now, you've got kind of a tight loop going on here, and the trick is to try to now let go of all the muscles in your body and just let that one part of your wrist hang on and do all the work. And when you do that, pull your shoulder blades together behind your rib cage. That bottom part of your shoulder blades, just pull them together. You're not going to arch all the way, but it's going to make you look above your head. And then bounce a little bit, and you're just giving this thigh, this big butt muscle we sit on all day long. And you're giving it some love, and it's going to love you back for that. And release. A little bit of centering, not too bad, but just an arch above your head and down, and reverse stretch here. Lovely. Oh, bounce a little bit. I didn't even pick my head up because we're moving on. Opposite side. Whichever ankle you move the other one. Cross the knee. Take a breath and reach out for anywhere you can grab on that leg. If you can get all the way up here on the kneecap, fabulous. If you got to hold on down here, just bring it closer to you and tug that knee towards you. And this leg is relaxed, but here is the payoff. Giving that big thigh muscle a stretch and a half. Oh, all right. Now pull your shoulder blades together so you're not all hunched up like this. And try to let go of everything except the grip of your hand that's holding on. But your arms, your shoulders, your back, your legs, let them all go. And then pull it in tighter. Oh, that's great. Sorry, did I yell? That happens. I guess it's been a while for me. I used to do this every day, and now I do so much meditating, sometimes I miss it. So let go as you need to. Just center and feel, let it settle. And arch your back. All of this is just open and stretching, and the weight is on the top of your head, and you're gonna gently rock yourself down. And there's sort of a new position behind your shoulder blades. And here is where a lot of my trouble is, so it's a good time to pick the spot on your back that you want to go in opposite directions on, like the traction thing I talked about in the beginning. So mine is over up on my neck and shoulder on my right side, so I'm going to pull down on that. I'm just going to imagine all my muscles moving down, and then I'm going to pull up above it, and I'm going to give it some room and try to relax the whole area, and down. Ah, nice. Roll your head from side to side. And do this, which is the second half of our centering. A little bounce. Oh, look at that. I'm getting it loose and back to just where we are. For those of you that are watching TV only and not doing the stretches, which is allowed. You don't have to do the stretches. It took me a long time to add them in. But as you can see, if you just kind of keep your attention above you, you're going to encourage all the right alignment. And if you just stay down here for 15 minutes, what some people call gravity is going to do it for you, which is just nice to think we have something we can use like that. All right, so here's the whopper ending to this series. When I'm doing this with a chakra alignment, I stop and I do chakras and I do stretches in between, and it takes about 40 minutes. So I'm presenting both these two things separate as 20-minute deals. And this one, just if you can't, just know it's not a contest of stretching. Just get the general part of it. Foot to the hip, right here. Other foot underneath your bum. I call it the pretzel. Now, if you pull on your feet a little bit, or your ankles or your calves or wherever you've got yourself, you start to pull your shoulder blades together and take a little arch up top. And what I'm doing is I'm slowly letting gravity pull those knees down. Imagine that there's something pushing those knees down, and as it happens, I'm losing my ability to hold on, which is okay. Because, again, there's a certain point where your body's just in this pretzel and you can let go of all your muscles. I'm going to look above me. And normally would stay here for a little bit longer, but I'm moving along because what happens now is I arch my back from this position. You can take a little more time, kind of feel it, you know, you're really stretching right through this middle core area, your groin, your thigh muscles really well, letting gravity do the work. Your pretzel comes loose as you let your feet sink, and that's okay. Mine is almost undone, but there's another spot that just stopped and held, so I'm gonna leave it there. And I'm gonna arch my back. Oh, there's the end of it as far as my feet fell out. But I've got this, you know, shape going. Pretzel shape is still going on. And now through the pelvis up to the top of the head. I've arched myself, boom, all the way to here. My shoulder blades are almost touching, but they're loose. Loose shoulders, loose everywhere. Gravity doing the work. Come down and then take it easy, unpretzeling yourself. Fix your towel. You can lose the towel about now if you want to. We're hitting like the 12-minute mark on this. I can feel it. From 12 minutes to 15 minutes, something magic happens, and that's when all your goo and bones and blood all start to just take the position of this new point that you're pulling on instead of being vertical and the horizontal. Doing a couple extra little stretches just because I feel like it. Oh, I cracked myself. That's nice. All right, so now we just reverse that. So whatever foot you started with last time, take the other one, put it on your hip, grab this foot and put it under your bum, pretzel legs, looking above your head, pulling your arms to your feet in a little bit of a battle of tension. Let your shoulder blades come together and a natural arch start in your back to just kind of let go. The pretzel of it loosens. The pretzel of it. I'm always saying stuff like that. Oh, I always get a nice little crack in that hip. Again, just letting it fall. And we're gonna go with the impulse starting in the pelvis to raise yourself. Bring your shoulder blades together. An incredible arch on your head. Let everything relax and just push that head into the ground and let this whole contraption kind of be stretched the opposite way that you usually do stretch it when you're looking at your phone or driving your car. You're all the other way. And now we're giving these, there's a lot of glands and things in here and they need some room. All right, so my feet have come almost out. I'm gonna let them fall. Feels so good. And then we're back to center. We're done, except I have a bonus stretch. Let's just do this to end this part. And then I'll put the bonus stretch on the end because I think I have to broaden the camera out because I'm going to be sitting up. But take it easy getting up off the ground. And it doesn't hurt to do, what I just did, kind of pull your legs up and one more arch just to say, all right, I have aligned myself. I can feel that it's 15 minutes because it just feels different. And let me just change the camera position quick, and I'm going to do a harder yogic stretch that really, really gets in between those shoulder blades in the back where it's just a really hard place to stretch. It's an advanced level stretch, but a lot of you could try to follow along and get your best from it. Okay, so this is from Priscilla's Yoga Stretches, South Carolina TV. She's my guru. She's on at dawn for free on public television. You can look her up. She's the bomb. I think you should watch this before you try it, and then try it. You put your knees over each other. So one knee down, that's my right knee down. My left knee's on top of that. So 2 knees in a row. Then we're gonna keep alternating. So right elbow, left elbow. Just hold on wherever you can up here. It doesn't matter if your hands don't touch. I've been doing this a long time. So just kind of relax everything down and let it settle. The first move that happens is you pick your elbow up and you imagine there's a string attached to it and someone is pulling it from around the room. So let me get back in position to do that for you. But we are set. The string gets pulled, my shoulder blades get pulled apart from the back. It's a very small thing, you can barely see it, but boy, it feels like fire because you're reverse stretching something that doesn't get stretched that direction very often. As you do that, pull your shoulder blades together and lift yourself up so that you Keep pulling those elbows towards the wall in front of you, and you look back at the same time because you're kind of arching your back while you're pulling your elbows forward. There's literally like a balance of being pulled in two directions. And then take your eyes with you, look behind you, and the last thing is you open your arms like you're a slot machine and someone's got your lever and they're pulling it really slow. And now let go of all your muscles. Just sit there. Stretch, feel the fire between your hips and the top glands underneath your chin. Stretch them up. Sit up higher, pull your shoulder blades together, and relax. Whew, that's something. All right, shake it out. Do a little stretch maybe like this, and we'll switch sides. I'm just turning around, I don't know why. It just seems like the thing to do. So now we put the other leg underneath because you don't want to be lopsided. Left, right, knees on top of each other. Left, right. Twist your hands so you got your knees, your elbows, and your hands all in a line in front of you. And you're trying to sit on both your sits bones. One's a little bit off the floor, that's okay. And we're just gonna relax a second. Now someone's got a string, and they're gonna be pulling that elbow that way. So here we go on that. Pull the elbows towards the wall in front of you on a flat horizontal plane so that those muscles in the middle of your back get stretched towards the door. Nice, and as you do that, pull your shoulder blades down and arch your chest and look up and behind you. Tip your head back, your elbows still are pulling to the front, your head is a heavy weight towards the back. There's a little tension between the push and the pull there, almost like traction. And then someone's got your hands and they're pulling on it like the lever of a slot machine just to add some weight and squeeze and force yourself to let go. The balance of the whole thing will hold you. You don't have to hold you. Sit up a little taller, bring the shoulder blades together more. Oh, wow. That was good. All right, so we're gonna end there today. You can do it again on both sides if you want, but that is my favorite stretch to really open up this area. Get some great stretches through here that really help with the fact that our smartphones, our technologies are doing this to us. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.